Hello everybody, this is Monomata here once again with more Vanilla 1.8 Survival, and as you can see I'm putting those emerald blocks to good use in this beacon right here. And the reason why we have this beacon is because it actually does turn out you can mine out these prismarine blocks with an efficiency 5 pickaxe the same way that you can mine out stone with an efficiency 5 pickaxe. So that's what we're doing here, and this beacon's kind of a mutt. It's iron and emeralds and gold, so that's a bit of a thing. So I'm just going to mine out the interior of this. I'm not going to start mining outwards, obviously, because that would have been pointless, because I would have removed the water for absolutely nothing if I started to do that. Hey, you're mean. Don't do that to me. But yeah, mining out the interior of this is what I'm going to do first. Then I'm going to encase the entire around of it. That's probably not the correct term, but I'm going to just make a giant wall around it, a square 53 by 53 wall, which is where the guardians can actually spawn. And I'm going to suck all of the water out of that somehow. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it, because I have no idea, but I will eventually. I have a stack and 44 sponges, and I'm ready to do it. But yeah, the interior goes first, before the exterior, just because, whoa, silk touch for these. There we go, just so that I can actually pick them up and they don't drop stupid stuff that I don't need. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I hear a guardian in here somewhere, which is weird, because I took out all the water. I don't know why they would still be flopping around. So just to make sure this is the ocean, right? Okay, good. What the? Hi. Did you like not despawn or something? What are you doing in here? Okay, that was weird. I feel so bad destroying all of this very fine work that Jeb did, but it has to be done. It must be done for the sake of the Guardian farm. Hey, dude. Where are you? What the? Oh, wow, I ran out of inventory space already. This is going to take a lot more space than I thought it would. I suppose I am mining an entire temple, but, still. I wasn't expecting to have nearly this much. In fact, I might not even need to make a freaking Guardian farm now. Well, maybe before I start doing this, I should find a way to suck out the ocean. This is going to be fun. Oh boy, I don't even know what I'm going to build the case around it with. I don't want to have to mine a billion stacks of glass, because that would literally take so... Whatever. What is up with these things that I'm having to build lately, using up a billion stacks of crap? To build just the border around this itself to not get any guardian spawns, I would have to literally construct a wall that would take 74 stacks. 75 stacks. I'm suddenly getting discouraged to do this, but you know, it's just, this could be another not only XP farm but decoration farm as well. I'd never run out of this stuff ever again. So first of all, what I need to do, hey, you guys don't do that, is I need to count an equal distant range. I need to count an equal distance away from the center on each side for a total of 53. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so what I've gone about and done is I've basically mapped out the area of this that I need to de-oceanize, just dry up this whole entire thing. So this is going to be a lot less fun than I actually originally anticipated because, well, I'm sort of going to have to build underwater the whole entire time, which is going to be kind of irritating, you know, just a little bit, especially since these guys are all over the place. But the good thing about this is that I won't have any zombies or skeletons or anything irritating me. It'll just be these guys, because I also won't have to worry about lighting around this place because nothing else can spawn in this 58 by 58 by 23 area other than the Guardians. So it doesn't really matter what light level I have any of this at, because zombies and stuff like that won't be able to spawn. So, oh man, I'm gonna have to smelt the sponges like a billion times. I'm probably gonna waste more coal just smelting the sponges than I ever have in my entire world. But yeah, this is gonna take the Christmas vacation. I'm just saying that right now. This probably is. Luckily, I have another episode recorded that I haven't uploaded yet, because this is probably gonna, you know, take a little bit of a while. Yeah. Look at all these squid just getting owned. Okay, well anyway, I've sort of made a plan to sort this area out. I really didn't have a... Don't look at me like that. I really didn't have a plan for this area before, but now I do. And it is that I need blocks with physics. I need lots and lots of blocks with physics. 2 double chests of blocks with physics, to be exact, which means I am going to go over to that desert and completely destroy it and eliminate every piece of sand in that entire thing. So that basically... Whoa. So that basically I can just make scaffolding around this whole entire thing and just sit here and place sand below these instead of going all the way down and all the way back up and then moving to the next one and then going all the way back down and then all the way back up. I can just sort of sit here and then go around the ring, and I should be able to finish it a lot Whoa. Hi. I should be able to finish it a lot faster than if I used blocks without physics. In fact, it will be very, very, very mindless. I'm probably actually just gonna, open a video or something and watch it while I'm doing it, because it really shouldn't require very much of my attention. And basically my main plan for this is just drain this part of the ocean, because I really don't need to make the Guardian farm right now if I do that, because the reason why I'm not breaking the temple right now is, well, the main reason for me making the Guardian farm will be to have easier access to these blocks right here. And considering that I have a whole entire temple to mine out, I don't really think that I'm in any sort of urge to, it's not very urgent that I need to make a farm, because I have the whole entire temple to mine out. So I'm just going to encompass this whole entire perimeter of this box that I made with sand, and then I'm going to drain out the ocean somehow. I'll find a way, probably, I hope. This is going to be really troublesome, but I'm going to figure out a way to do it anyway, because I'm just awesome like that. Ugh, it's turning night already. Oh, and there are sheep. That's really convenient. Okay. Alright, let's get started on this. I don't really want to do this, but... Oh, here we go. This whole desert's gonna be wrecked by the time I'm finished with this. Okay, well, I was just in the middle of watching a video. Whoa, can I get on the... I can't even get on here. And, you know that zombie spawner thingy-majigger I made in the last part? The last part? The one that turned zombies into villagers? Or eliminated all of the regular zombies so that only villagers were left? Well, I built that with literally, I only saw, like, the front of Ethos, and I decided to build it. And it turns out that he did his wiring exactly the same as mine. I swear I didn't see it. So that's the weirdest thing ever. That's pretty, weird. See, that happens a lot. I get inspiration from other people, and then I build it without looking at how they build it, and then it turns out that I built it exactly the same way they did. I don't know why that always happens to me, but it does. So, that's kind of weird. See, most people assume that tomatoes are these dried up, weird, like, wrinkly things that taste bad. But if you get a good tomato, it should crunch. It should, like, really make a crunching noise. Which, if you live out in Florida, you can't really find good tomatoes anywhere. But if you get lucky, if you get really, really lucky, you can find a good tomato. And that's what I just found. But this reminds me, my channel isn't actually just called what it's called because of some... It's not actually called Ma Tomato because of the food. Like, tomatoes, I'm not, like, super enthusiastic about tomatoes or anything. They're not really my favorite food. I much prefer pizza or something over tomatoes, which I realize have tomatoes in them, but whatever. The actual reason behind it is not food-based at all. It's not even really related to the food. It's just because one thing sounds similar to the other, and I'll probably actually reveal that in another subspecial or something. So yeah, a pointless name like mine actually has a reason behind it. Who would have thought about that? Okay, that took forever. I broke an entire shovel. Didn't really use the next one. Kind of surprised about that. Well, I'm probably about 2,000 blocks into the second one. No, that'd be halfway done. I don't know. Well, anyway, I finished up both of these half chests. I don't know what a half chest is. I finished both of these double chests. They're both completely filled with sand. This is the result. Let me just stand on this hill to show you the absolute beauty of this completely destroyed desert. If I don't fall in a hole. There we go. Yep, that was all there 30 minutes ago. Now it's gone. So I need to take all of this crap somewhere. And that somewhere is back through my nether portal. And I'm just going to stash all of this stuff in here. Actually, I'm going to keep the flint and steel and the bow. I suppose I'll just keep these in my inventory. It's really dangerous going into the nether without ender pearls, because if I get trapped in lava, I'm kind of dead. So now I'm just going to take all of the sand. If you don't know how to do that, by the way, just hold it over there and then hold shift and click the item twice and you transfer all of it into your inventory. I actually just learned how to do that. I'm very surprised that I didn't know how to do that before. I knew it existed, I just didn't know what the controls were to do it, and I actually found out by accident while I was trying to transfer all the rotten flesh to my cleric in my gold farm. So yeah, that's a thing. And then I will be ready to actually start piling up the sand on the walls. This is a very exciting episode. I mean, don't even think I'm being one bit sarcastic about this. Mining sand for a half an hour and then spending probably 2 hours just placing it around in a cube. How much more exciting can it get than that? I don't know why I just went all the way back up here. You know, this is becoming more of just a slideshow than me actually playing the game. But, I mean, I suppose it is better than watching me run through these tunnels for an infinite amount of time, just running all over the place trying to get sand in one chest. But man, I remember when I first started out, I literally used to record and upload everything that I did. Like, my very first playthrough was Feed the Beast. I would literally put everything that I did up on the channel. Like, I have 28 episodes of me just building, like, one giant cobblestone thing. It was ridiculous. I don't know why I uploaded everything that I did, but you know what? Maybe some people liked it. Evidently not. But I don't really think you want to watch me going over picking up sand 4 times in a row and running like 500 blocks in the nether to transport it. Finally! That took a long time. Okay, so here's all the sand that I should need for this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 9, which is 54, and I need 100 something stacks for this, 107 I think. So yeah, that should be a little bit more than enough that I need for this. So, by the way, the reason why it just randomly turned from 76 stacks to 107 stacks is because I sort of neglected that this ocean is sort of above the area that guardians need to spawn, so it's above that area. Hey dudes, can you stop being so mean? That would be great. How much stuff do I have in this chest down here? I need some sort of block to use as scaffolding, and because I'm not ever going to use this prismarine for anything because it looks ugly, I suppose I'm going to use it for the scaffolding. Hey dude, get out of here. Oh my gosh, if you get a lot of these guys teamed up on you at once, that's the thing about Guardians, is that the other mobs, there's a sort of timer between you can get hit by them, but these guys can just go all berserk and all hit you at the same time, and then you're dead in like 1 instant. So, that's bad when that happens. Oh yeah, my whole entire inventory is still in my ender chest. I should probably get that out. But yeah, I'm just gonna do the scaffolding like this. Or no, I need it 1 block lower. I'm just going to do scaffolding like this. And go around this line. So that basically I can just stand down here and place the sand. Whoa. These guys are going to be annoying. But place the sand below these blocks and just run around the whole thing. It would be nice if I had a potion of water breathing, but I don't really speculate that I'm going to need one, considering that I have Respiration 3 on my helmet. Yeah. Wow, my armor's getting close to breaking already. Need to get some new armor. Need to wait that. You know, the zombie pigman farm that I made is actually more of an experience grinder than my Enderman farm. But yeah, right after I made that Enderman farm, I actually, while I was trying to make it, hey dude, while I was trying to make a prototype for my zombie pigman farm before I went with the generic sort of just giant platform design, I sort of found a way more efficient Enderman farm. You probably expect this from me now, but it's called the Hot Dog. I didn't actually make it with the intention of calling it the Hot Dog. I just sort of made it and then realized that it kind of looked like a hot dog. It's basically the same. Oh, you guys are starting to get really annoying. You don't even do that much damage. You're just annoying. I don't even get the point of you. Like, why do you do this? It's basically just the slime blocks that I have in my original Enderman farm, the Vortex, but it's a lot more compact because it's removing the blocks from under them. I don't know why I never thought of that, but it's removing the blocks from under them instead of actually pushing them off of it, which, first of all, makes their fall damage perfect. There's really no way that the fall damage can go wrong with that. And second of all, well, it's just a lot more efficient. You don't really have to rely on the Ender. Like, there's no way the Enderman can get stuck in the pistons or anything on that farm, because you can't really get stuck on anything if there's nothing to get stuck on, because they're going to be falling downwards into nothing. So, yeah. When I eventually do wind up making that farm in like 100 million episodes, but it's not going to be anywhere near this episode. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have an efficient enough Enderman farm for right now. But when I do eventually get to building that, yeah, it's going to be a lot more efficient than the one I have right now. Okay, the scaffolding is in place. Now all I have to do is actually sit here and spam sand for like an hour. Probably more than an hour, actually. I need to place freaking 100 stacks of sand. That's... it's going to be really fun. You know what? Yeah. Okay, well, this is probably the second most annoying thing ever. I just noticed... when you place the sand, the water sources suck you in. So I'm going to have to back up like every 3 sand that I place. Or maybe... wow! This is a lot less troublesome than I thought it would be. I'm already almost finished with 3. Only like 700 more to go. Yay! Of course it would start raining. Just my luck. Just how it always is. Well... I suppose this could be a status update on the huge, giant, annoying project. I have basically went around all of these thingies and removed some of the walls on this, because basically when I was placing these, they weren't reaching the ground, which obviously if you're going to make a wall, it needs to reach the ground. So, I mean, obviously it would have been counterintuitive to remove the pillars that already do reach the ground, because then I would have just been removing them and basically putting them back. So I removed every layer that was, you know, a small little layer so that I could just drop the sand over it. So now all I've got to do is spam the sand all over the place. Yay. Okay, well there's one wall done. Now I only have 3 more to go. Yay! Wow. I'm just so enthusiastic. I've been saying yay this whole time. Okay, so... the 3rd wall is finished, and so is the 2nd, and so is the 1st. So now all we need to do is the last wall. Oh man, this is taking a long time, but I will be finished with it, and then I actually get to the fun part, which is draining the entire ocean. Which actually, this will be a lot less of a trouble than I thought it was going to be, because the only part that I'm actually going to have to really drain is the part above the temple, and that's not nearly as big as a nuisance as it would be if I had to drain the whole ocean. So... yeah, that's going to be a lot better. I think that's actually going to be pretty fun, just draining out the whole entire temple and seeing what it looks like above ground, because I've never seen that before. I'm finished! I did it! Now all I have to do is suck out the entire ocean. This is going to be great. Okay, well, as you can see, all 4 walls are down. This actually looks a lot cooler than I thought it would already. Just a water temple surrounded by walls. So yeah, I ended up with this much sand left. I'm actually kind of surprised I had any left. So... now all I need to do... I have sponges, right? Seriously? Seriously? Oh wait, there's still this. The one thing that I didn't bring here is... I'm pretty sure it was in my inventory. It's probably in my ender chest. What? I didn't even bring any sponges with me? I'm an idiot or something. Alright, well... I've been working for like 2.5 hours now on this. And oh my gosh, is it boring and annoying and blah blah blah. I've basically just been free paving this, and by what I have in my inventory, you can probably tell what I'm about to do. I swear, I got every step right except for the final one. I eventually got really tired of doing this myself, and I looked on the wiki about tutorials about how to do this, and I got really lucky, and I found a little bit of information that I was missing. I literally did everything that the wiki would tell somebody to do, except for the fact that you can use pistons for it, and it's much easier. You would think that I would be one of the first people to actually sort of know that you could use redstone for this, but I derped, and I didn't. So, basically, when you're placing sponges, the water is regenerating itself faster than you can actually place the blocks, so it's really not doing anything. Which is why basically you just have to spam them and get nothing accomplished, because, oh boy, the water's replacing itself too fast. But now, what I'm going to do is every 4 blocks in here, because each one has a 5x5x5 radius, every 4 blocks I'm going to place a piston. So, piston right there, sponge right there. So every single piston fires at the same time, or at least close to the same time, and eliminates all the water at once. And that was the problem that I was having before. The pistons basically... I wasn't even using pistons, and my hand couldn't go fast enough to not have the water replace itself. And that was a huge problem, because I waited like a billion years and nothing ever happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Actually, first thing is right here. I use LED this one. Down here, illusion matters. The water's all on level here. So then middle. So final piston's going to go right here. So on each of the actual piston areas, I'm going to start piston, 3, 4, piston, 1, 2, 3, 4, piston, 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, piston, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just go here, piston. Okay, and then in the middle piston, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, blocks out. And the only reason I go 4 blocks apart is because since each piston has 5x5 radius, it only gets 2 blocks out in every direction, so I need one after every 4 blocks. Okay, so that's about it on the actual wiring part. My mouth was a little bit far away from the microphone. I got like some sort of weird thing in my mouth. I don't know what that was, but no, never mind about that. So basically, I'm going to set up the wire going from the middle one, which will be this one, to this one. And then over here, I'll do this, so that it gets refreshed in every direction. And the really handy thing about this is that I won't actually have to move this down, because pistons can push up to 13 blocks down. So I won't ever have to actually move the wiring on this one. Okay, that should be good. Now all I have to do is put a piston and a sponge under every single one of these, and then run it, and then it should be good. So piston... 1, 2, 3, 4, piston, 1, 2, 3, 4, piston. And then do that in every one. And hope these guys don't interfere too much. You don't have to be mean like that. I'm only taking over your whole temple and killing all of you. You don't need to be so mean. Okay, so 3 days later, yes. Literally 3 days later since the last time I recorded, I finally have, you know, like in real life, 3 days, I have finally dried out 1/4 of the water temple, because I've came up with a master plan to dry up this area. Now, before I was trying some sort of complicated thing with sponges, but that didn't really work all too well, because of the fact that the sponges, placing them and destroying them and smelting them and all that stuff was taking way longer than it needed to take. So basically, what I ended up doing was just using a lava strategy, which basically is just spam lava all over the place, and then get it all stone and mine up all the stone, and repeat that on each layer until I got down to this level where I could walk on this and it was all dried up, and then I just spammed sponges around the edges and got that all dried out fairly fast. So that is how many levels that I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's about 12 or 13 levels of doing that lava thing. It doesn't take very long, though. It only takes about 8 minutes to do every layer with the lava like that, which is far, far, far better time than I was making with the sponges. Let me just see how long it would take to dry out all of this, if that's actually right. So 15 times 8 times 4 divided by 60. So that's about 8 hours for each of these. That's about 2 hours for each of them. That's actually pretty good time for drying out this entire area. I mean, it's still a ridiculous amount of time if you're a person that doesn't spend a lot of time on the computer, but I am, so I have time to waste. And I have about 17 days of time to waste, so I'm going to get into editing these videos tomorrow and probably uploading them. But if I don't have the time wrong, which I probably do again, it'll probably just skip to something else if I do have the time wrong. But if I do have the time right, I'm afraid that we are out of time for this episode, probably, kinda, maybe, sorta. So, I hope you enjoyed me doing absolutely nothing in this episode, and bye!